Wellingtonians have a saying for their city. You cannot beat it on a good day. Clearly, those Wellingtonians have never travelled to Auckland, because this is Auckland. This is Auckland. This is Auckland. And this is my Auckland, and you are invited to join me in experiencing a range of cultures, food, nightlife and entertainment. Let me set the scene. For the second time around mid-January 2023, I moved from Christchurch to Auckland to commence work as a lawyer. The journey in securing employment in the legal profession was not an easy task, and Auckland, as a place to call my home, was not on my list of things to do at the time of my graduation. I applied to 446 positions that were advertised on job-seeking websites. I sent my CV to places that were not recruiting for new lawyers. I signed up to 12 recruitment agencies, and I had applied for positions in 11 cities and 2 nations. These traditional methods in securing employment in the legal field had failed. It didn't matter how often I tailored the covering letter, the CV, the smile, the positive attitude, the result was the same. Thank you for your application, but does anyone get past the word but? For a long time I found rejected and dejected. Eventually I removed the noise from recruitment agencies, from other interested advisors, and did things my way. Shared the speech given on the day of admission to the bar. I shared a creative side through portrait and urban photography. I outlined my career path on LinkedIn. I contacted senior lawyers through LinkedIn. I learned how to greet people in Mandarin. From this change, I started putting points on the scoreboard. In 2022, I had attended 40 job interviews with law firms, barristers, and government agencies. Out of those 40 job interviews, 26 of them were based in Auckland. I ran into the same question in those interviews. What do you like about Auckland? Let us imagine that we are back in that interview with Rompole, Kavanagh and McBill lawyers on the waterfront, and that we are new to Auckland. McBill asked us to attend a second interview on Wednesday, but there is a caveat with that second interview. Kavanagh advises us to explore Auckland and present what we have discovered about the city to the partners at the second interview on Wednesday. There is the rump. Rumpole instructs us that we must complete this task within 36 hours, and that our spend budget is $250. We do not need to worry about allocating funds to our accommodation provider. Therefore, we will explore Auckland within 36 hours and on a budget of $250, and we will have something to say about this amazing city. In this story, we will cover the general expectation that a traveller has when exploring a new city. Let us get into it. Let me guide you to some hot spots for a meal and a drink. Let us check out the entertainment, art and cultural scene of the place. We will go on a tour and embrace the scenery. Yes, we will take that compulsory photograph and have a moment to reflect on our time in this place. If you do not already have a AT Hop card, then our first trip is to the ferry building to purchase a prepaid AT Hop card from a vending machine. This card will look like the one shown in the video, except it will be light blue in colour. The cost of this transaction is $25. Let's break down the cost for this prepaid AT Hop card. Treat the prepaid card in the same way as a prepaid top-up voucher for a mobile phone. The administration cost of this prepaid card is $5. In paying the $5 fee, the remaining $20 is then loaded onto the card, and this becomes our travel allowance to use on any bus, train and ferry service through Auckland. Our travel allowance of $20 will be more than enough to explore Auckland within 36 hours. In most cases, a single bus fare ride to another nearby suburb will cost around $2.60. In downtown Auckland, there is a main train station and a ferry port that serves the region. Currently, there is no main bus station that houses all the bus lines throughout the city. A traveller will have to walk to a range of locations throughout the city to catch the bus to their destination, or catch the bus to their second bus that will take them to their destination. If you already have a AT Hop card, you could either top up online, or you could pop into the Britomart train station and head over to the machine and top up your account from there. You could put $5 or $50 on your account. All unused monies will be refunded to you. Download the AT mobile app to your smartphone. It will identify the best bus to catch to your destination, and it will show the best path to take to reach that bus. The AT app will provide an estimate time of arrival to the pickup and drop-off points, and a map that runs a line from the pickup point to the drop-off point, and the number of bus stops in between the pickup and drop-off points. The Auckland Transport Service is a cashless service. Therefore, the AT Hop card is a requirement for all forms of public transport in Auckland. The traveller will need to tap their AT Hop card against the reader to pay for their fare and begin the journey to their destination. It is in the traveller's best interest to tap their AT Hop card against the reader before they hop off the bus. The second tap is when the traveller stops paying for the fare. When the traveller is not sure about the point in which to ring the bell and hop off the bus, then they should use their smartphone and follow the bus on Google Maps. Subscribing to a number of online magazines such as The Denizen, Urban List and Heart of the City will optimise the Auckland experience. These magazines will inform you of upcoming events, great places to eat and drink, and places to explore. A diverse range of events play out in Britomart and Takutai Square on a regular basis. A K-pop group may showcase their dancing skills from this spot in 1 week, and a food truck event may be present here in another week. If the traveller arrives in this square on a Saturday, they will be greeted with a farmer's market. This really is a fun spot to chill in and check out. Backyard battles happen all over Auckland. The greatest aspect of this kind of event is that it is all-inclusive and excludes judgment. We may struggle to understand cultures that are different to our own. However, no translation is needed when it comes to dancing. Dance is a universal language, and its purpose is easy to appreciate. I resided in Kingsland for the first 6 months of my legal career, and it is viewed as one of the trendiest suburbs in Auckland. According to the Lonely Planet Guide, Kingsland wins second best suburb against Ponsonby.
It was August 7th when we went into lockdown, I think. Those were dark times. I'll be honest with you, dude, that was the darkest time for nannies because it was the uncertainty if we should open, if we shouldn't. Would people still go out? Would the government even allow us to go out? And thankfully, you know, when everything opened up, we're like, okay, let's just go at it. Took the shot. Yeah, we're 2 years strong. Like, it's worked out for us. Like, a lot of people enjoy the flavor, but for me, it's more the aspect of you guys coming here, enjoying yourself, and being part of the family. When you cross, there's a specific line out there on the ground that I think of. It's like, the minute you cross that, you're now in my home, and I have to treat you like I would treat any other person that comes into my home, so you're no longer a guest, you're a family.
The food is simple yet so comforting and familiar. This feeling of comfort and familiarity turns into a cheerful and willing engagement with the life that runs through the city. Every person has a favourite place. For me, the best place is Nanny's Eatery. You would find me here every Wednesday evening ripping into the jerk chicken, the peas and mac and cheese, and washing it down with the Royal Jamaican ginger beer at table 8. The ginger beer is light, and it is real beer. It is a punch to the mouth, except you were expecting this punch and ready to take it to the next 2 rounds. The curry is mildly spicy and it is smooth. The spices deliver emotions that connect you with parts of the world you ache to journey through. In my opinion, the act of going out to places is less about consuming food and more about the need to be a part of the community. People can go to the supermarket to purchase chicken, fish, beef, lamb and spices and attempt to make a meal from any restaurant in their home anytime. People go out to places to feel that they matter to someone else and to the community. The best place to cool the spices of Nanny's Eatery and to zone out for a moment is at a cafe that is known for stirring up chocolate-coated luxury in a mug. There are 3 cafes on this stretch of New North Road, Kingsland, and this is the only cafe that remains open past 10 p.m. Let me introduce Elisabeth Chef's Cafe. The Royal Jamaican ginger beer had paired well with the Ital curry. The lassie over at Elisabeth Chef's Cafe is the medicine needed to cool the fight that was cooked through the meal. Danny, the owner, had recognised my attendance record in this cafe. I was a regular in this cafe when I resided in the suburb back in 2021. I would relax in the comfy lounge chair in the back room, allow my attention to coast along the artwork and the soft jazz music, and take my time with a large bowl of caramel latte on a Saturday night. Danny, who is Indian, shared with me a small part of his story. In our conversation, he told me that India is a very hot place and the best time for people to go out for a meal and a drink is in the evening to late in the night. That is part of the culture in India, he told me. For that reason, Elisabeth's Chef opens to the people in the early evening at 6 p.m, 7 days a week, and closes at 11 p.m. from Sunday to Thursday, or at 12 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. People come here to fade into the smoothness of the jazz music and the easygoing nature of the cafe. This is the perfect place to hold that all-important one-on-one conversation with someone, or just to steal a moment for yourself. If the traveller has a quiet nature and enjoys a good time in smaller groups of people, then Elisabeth Chef's Cafe plays to that tempo. This cafe is a good alternative to that boozy night out in downtown Auckland. Some people may say the prices of the hot chocolate and other drinks are steep. However, people are aware of the cost, but they come here for the coziness it provides. Trust me, the hot chocolate delivers on its promise of a good time. If the traveller is now refreshed and looking to liven up their adventure in Auckland, then it is time to pop next door for a song and a cocktail. Now, Between the Sheets cocktail is the type of drink you have in the early evening of any summer. It is not strong, bitter, or overly sweet. The cocktail hits the right note for that carefree evening stroll along the waterfront. Portland Public House is a venue for musicians to perform original songs and covers of hit songs. If the traveller wants to listen to local artists, then arrive here early on a Tuesday night. If listening to covers of hit songs is the preference, then arrive around 8 p.m. on a Saturday night. This bar is small and gets crowded quickly. It will be impossible to find a seat or a table and navigate through the people to order a drink when the band starts playing their song. Arrive early or enjoy standing like a coat rack for 2+ hours. The Kingsland Dream is a minty flavoured cocktail. It is overly sweet and it has the strength to stand on the table for an hour or two. While it is a delicious cocktail, the traveller may take their time with the Kingsland Dream. Portland Public House is the hub for locals. It is not a tourist trap. Portland Public House is the bar to start a great night out in Auckland. Come here first. The cost of most haircuts in downtown Auckland may vary between $60 and $100. It is a hard and long road in finding a barber under $50. A traveller will soon discover that downtown Auckland measures up to other major cities around the world. The traveller will easily discover a range of cultures and events by taking a stroll around downtown Auckland. Of course, there are price tags attached to the food and drinks at events celebrating any particular culture. However, walking and having a look around the event is free of charge. Plus, I am saving my appetite for lunch at a cafe that is just 2 minutes down this road. The English translation of Te o Hine means pay heed to the dignity of women. The name is a nod to the women's suffrage memorial in the distance. Both the name and memorial recognises the struggle that the New Zealand suffragists had endured until 1893. New Zealand was the first nation in the world to give women the right to vote. The memorial is made up of over 2,000 brightly coloured tiles. If the traveller needs more art in their lives, then they will enjoy the art gallery Toi o Tamaki, which is only a hop and a skip from the memorial. Hop up the steps and skip over the road and get a fix of sculptures, paintings, activities and wonder. Every person, whether they are a New Zealand resident or an international visitor, can enter the art gallery for free. If the traveller wants their lunch in an elegant setting, then grab a table inside the Gilli cafe. The environment along Lorne and High Streets may look like the aftermath of a punk rock concert. However, the interior environment of Gilli cafe is soft lighting and rows of wine bottles for the political romantics and the business-minded. The cafe has charm, the sort of place where you want to read a white-collar crime novel, check the stock exchange, or draft a relationship property agreement. The brioche French toast is nice and the presentation is attractive. There are a lot of elements at play here, fruits and syrup, which makes this a powerfully sweet meal. It delivered on taste and filled the spot. The price of the brioche French toast in this cafe is at a similar price range for the same meal at other cafes. In other cafes, this meal is priced between $21 and $27.90. While it is an enjoyable and classy meal to eat, it may be something to order on special occasions such as work functions, family reunions, checking the stock exchange, considering a reverse mortgage, and Saturday. Every meal must be washed down with a good cup of tea. At $5.50, the cup of tea is always an affordable drink to order. The icebreaker green tea works well in turning down the sweetness level of the meal. It is a nice break from the usual caramel latte. This meal has given me the energy to carry on with the adventure in Auckland. Like many city centres, downtown Auckland may become filled with sirens, construction work and roadworks. It is a chaotic scene, and a good way to gain serenity for a moment is to escape to a suburb that is filled with sunshine and palm trees. The AT Hop card is about to earn its keep. We are travelling to a suburb that is completely different to downtown Auckland and Kingsland. Trust me, the suburb will make the traveller believe that they are in a different town. We are travelling to Takapuna. Takapuna is around 12.2 kilometres from downtown Auckland, and it will take 25 minutes to reach the drop-off point on Lake Road. Fun fact, Takapuna was a city and was not part of Auckland City for a time. Takapuna gained the title of city when Auckland Harbour Bridge opened on 30 May 1959 and it went on to merge with the North Shore region in 1989. Takapuna was the commercial and local administration hub of the North Shore region. Eventually, the North Shore, which includes Takapuna, became part of Auckland City in 2010. Takapuna still looks independent from Auckland City. The vibe of the suburb is soothing and easygoing. It appears that Takapuna is the wealthier cousin to New Brighton, Christchurch. As I stroll around Takapuna, I am reminded of New Brighton Beach and New Brighton Mall, and I think this is how New Brighton Mall and its beach area should look. For clarity, New Brighton Beach is very good. However, the popular opinion is that there is a severe lack of investment and development in the New Brighton Mall and that the area needs more than a fresh coat of paint every 10 years. Moak coffee may well be a hidden gem in Takapuna. The locals choose this coffee shop for their Italian coffee fix. People come in and make small talk with the staff members and admire the artwork, bags of coffee and trinkets that line the walls while furthering their peaceful day with a cup of coffee. There is a genuine friendliness and softness about Moak coffee. Staff members will happily engage customers in conversation about the day, the business of coffee and their story. Moak Coffee is a pleasant retreat from the crowded parlours on Hurstmere Road. The iced chocolate pairs well with the laid-back suburb. It sets the mood for a relaxing afternoon. The traveller will come across the Takapuna War Memorial on the Strand. This memorial was dedicated to the area on 11 November 2002 by the people of Takapuna, and it stands as a tribute to their people who served the country. 18 in the First World War, 191 in the Second World War, and 1 in the Korean War. The names of these brave people are noted on the panels. We have discovered the crown jewel of Takapuna, the beach. It is like entering another island or a movie set. The view of Rangitoto Island is incredible. It invites people to come with a scoop of chips and just let the business of the world go by without them for an hour. Auckland has 48 dormant volcanic cones and Rangitoto is one of those volcanic cones. Takapuna Beach looks perfect and out of place with Auckland City at the same time. For me, it is amazing that a person can be typing up memos and then be on a beach with a tall glass of lemonade 10 minutes later. This scene is like the concluding sequence of a science fiction movie where a handful of people have survived the barbarity and destruction of their community and discover a new home and peace on an island far, far, far from their despair. Get the camera out. Takapuna Beach is that island of peace, and it's also a photogenic place. Takapuna Beach is that respite from a chaotic environment. Anthony Bourdain once said, "Every story should end on a beach." I agree.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. Time staying strong, need to move on to...
The Māori word for Auckland is Tamaki Makaurau, which translates to an area that is desired by many, and it certainly is. So, why do I like Auckland? Well, for me, the city doesn't give rejection letters. From my perspective, Auckland gives any person the opportunity to be the person that they hope to become or strive towards becoming at some point. Auckland is every person, every language, every creed. It is Tamaki Makaru. If you want to know more about this place, smash that subscribe button and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. You know what goes well for beer? Another one.